And now, Cecil County and the world, it's music time on Cecil TV. We have with us in the studio tonight two members of the Billy Pierce Band, Suzanne Dayton on the fiddle, I'll call it, but you might call it something different, and band leader Billy Pierce, founder of the Billy Pierce Band, on guitar. Billy, tell us about some of your musical projects and what's happening tonight.
Right now, I'm about a year late in doing my next electric album, but it should be out in about 2 months. I'm doing a Christmas album, and I'm doing an acoustic album with my partner in crime, Suzanne.
Awesome.
Billy will slide while Suzanne fiddles.
Okay, well that solves that question. It's a fiddle now. It used to be a violin, right?
It's still a violin when we're playing for those uppity people.
Right. Well, you and I, Billy, are not those uppity people. But Suzanne, au contraire, you are classically trained, correct?
Yes. I'm actually classically trained on the guitar. I started at American University in Washington, D.C., and my minor in college was violin. Well, I found out through all the various bands that I played with, no one wants me as a guitar player, but they do want me as a violinist or fiddle. It doesn't matter. It's just a difference in the style. Fiddle is a little more relaxed.
And style, and I've seen your duo, and it works very well. And actually, I sat in with you guys one time.
Yes. Yeah.
And in contrast to Suzanne's classical training, Billy, you and I come from kind of the same direction. More, as you described with Suzanne, more playing from the heart.
Good. Well, and that is true. I've been very blessed to play with many people, and they all seem to play from the heart, even the real big stars.
Well, it makes for a nice mix. And you guys are going to play some songs tonight, original tunes, correct?
We'll do some in a little bit.
That sounds good.
But I do want to say, as a classically trained musician, it is crucial that every note is played perfectly. No twings, no twangs, must be perfectly laid out. So my first experience with playing with Billy, I asked him 2 weeks before this big show at the Wellwood in front of 500 people for Father's Day. I said, Billy, you'll be sending me a set list. Oh yeah, of course. And a week before the show, I said, Billy, could you please, that set list? It's coming, don't worry. Meanwhile, I'm freaking out because I don't know what I'm playing.
Right.
And we get to the gig, and he must have seen my face as he handed me the set list. And he said, play from what's in your heart. And it has made me a much better musician.
Awesome.
But I never know what's going to come out. We never know what's going to come out.
You shouldn't. You should. If you predetermine what you're going to play, you'll mess it up.
Or if you think about it, you'll mess it up.
If you think about it, you're going to mess it up. You got to be quick on your toes and have big ears.
And have fun.
And
That's
have
fun.
fun. That's the most important part of making people happy playing music.
Speaking of fun, you both have told me about this trip you took this summer to, a bunch of you got together and went out to Pikes Peak to...
Yeah.
They played some music, but it wasn't really for the music, it was...
We went out, Suzanne wanted to, it was the 100th running of the Pikes Peak Hill Climb. She's a car fanatic. I mean, a car fanatic. Not Chevys and Fords, Ferraris, Porsches, cars I can't even pronounce the name of.
Right.
But yeah, we had a blast. It was her and I driving out to Colorado, and we got to know each other a little bit, and that was
Not intimately.
No, not intimately. Just we laughed, we cried. I told her some of my childhood stories of growing up with George Thorogood.
Yeah, I know why he and George Thorogood have never played together, because they were playmates when they were children.
She was figuring I was trying to kill him all the time.
Right.
But we had a good time out there. Tell them some of the cars that. you know.
Porsche was a dominating thing, but so I got into the car business because as a starving musician, they were called mechanics back then.
Right.
And I learned how to do the work myself on the cars. And I fell in love with the whole idea of the cars. And a car is very much like a musical instrument. There's a tone, you have to tune it up. You're feeling as you're driving. But so this was on my kick the bucket list to go to Colorado to see the 100th year running of Pikes Peak. It was Porsche dominated it, Honda, Toyota. But here it is, the end of June. We drive all the way out there. It's beautiful weather. And as we climbed up that mountain, we were volunteers, both of us.
That sounds like a great
2 a.m.
trip.
and there was snow coming down.
Yep.
So,
Snow on the mountain.
but yeah. But we also got to go to. Billy lived in Colorado for many years.
Fort
and
Collins.
My favorite experience was Billy singing to a bull, and me not knowing the ramifications of exciting a bull, and I'm like, can you look at it? Oh, he likes the plane. And he's like, I won't do that. As this bull came closer and closer.
Everybody was going,
And some of those bulls weigh more than a Porsche too.
oh,
Yeah.
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 Anyway, 3 CDs that I'm looking at here. You got 3 more in the works.
I got 3 more in the works. I got 2 other ones that, the second one's out of print, and the first one is, it's out of print, but it wasn't a real.
I can't do. I only got 2 of them here. Look, watch it. Yeah, hold one up, Suzanne.
This is
Thanks.
Shapes of Soul. This is a beautiful CD.
Suzanne's in charge of the merchandise when you guys play,
I am.
right?
And I'm taking the place of this Michael Duche, who's an incredible fiddle player. And this is a children's show, but one of his songs he transposes into F sharp, and the key of F sharp. And I couldn't understand. Every time I played this song, I'd ask him to review the key changes with me. And I'm trying to get this key straight. And then I watched a video of him in the recording studio, and he said, F sharp. Fiddle players do not play F sharp. It does not exist because every note is sharp. And then he used a profanity to describe F sharp, which I won't say.
Okay.
But
Our viewers, thank you. Anyway, you're going to play some of the, maybe of the songs you played. Some will be on these CDs. No pressure.
I think they're going to be on the upcoming CDs.
Okay, that's even better.
yeah.
New stuff.
And speaking of upcoming, you got a gig this Friday.
This Friday in Newark, Delaware, where we'll be at Twisted Irons, which is a real fun brewery, local brewery, and they're really into music there. So this summer, I played there with Johnny Neal from the Allman Brothers and Dave Chappell, and it was a real fun day.
And you and Johnny grew up together too, right?
We did, yeah. I got kicked out of my house when I was like 17, and his dad found out about that and brought me into the house and said, "You're going to move in here with Johnny and Danny, and you're going to enroll in school Monday morning." I said, "Oh, yeah, I can do that." So, I lived there from like 17 years old to like 26 years old, maybe.
Wow.
The man was an incredible man.
Up in Newcastle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
So, what have we omitted in our interview here? Because I know the 2 of you sent an acoustic set of songs to the International Blues Challenge in D.C.
That is correct. To get into the challenge, you had to supply some music, and so I sent these 3 songs down, and as I listened to them, they sounded pretty good. So I decided I need to make an acoustic CD with just Suzanne and myself.
Awesome.
And that's what we're doing.
Nothing better than good acoustic music. Which
I love it. I love it.
it's sometimes nice to hear a loud band, but sometimes nice to hear some acoustic music.
Yes, it is.
So speaking of the loud band, you have a 5-piece band and 2 you play with, right?
Yes, yes. It also includes saxophone. So and we play the same music. We play my music, and the guys don't get upset when I make left turns and right turns and keep them on their toes.
Well, that's good. That's good. You have to be able to do that. And anything else we should talk about before we hear some music?
I don't really have anything. I mean, I'm happy to be here. This is a fun thing. The second time I've done
Yeah.
this show, and
And Suzanne, you're first, right?
Yep, my first.
And you
And I'm not selling. I'm giving these to you.
Oh, thanks.
Two. You got 2 colors here. These are the Billy Pierce T-shirts.
Well, I Doug Donnelly and I guess I have to have a drummer's duel to see who gets which. Get the drummer some.
yes,
I know you got a good drummer with you, my buddy Chris, right?
he is. Yeah.
Sherlock is amazing.
Well, you can catch Billy Pierce, the Billy Pierce Band, Twisted Irons this Friday, at the Blue Crab, December the 4th.
December the 4th will be at the Blue Crab from Sunday from 2 to 4, and I think I'll tell the world this now. I'm gonna ask everybody to bring a toy. So our fans are just so generous, and I know they would want to help out those,
Yes, kids and Christmas
underprivileged
can't be
children, like
What-
we were. We were little.
I'm still underprivileged. Not really, ladies and
No,
gentlemen.
no,
I'm blessed.
no.
We're all blessed, and we're blessed to have you here in the studio. Let's hear it.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
All
Ron.
right.